Well, folks, we're at it again here out with the BushCat. Spring is sprung, and we got the runway dried off enough so that we can go ahead and get down to the end of the runway and push the throttle on, and off we go. Last summer, you can remember me going out to a recon of a field out in Lee Center and wanted to land up there, but grass was a little too high, so I'm going to take a ride up that way this afternoon. And on the way up there, we're going to fast forward over to Farmer Bob's and check out what's going on there. Got the tractor trailers in the yard, equipment in the barn, must be working on it, getting it ready for the spring planting. Got some stuff going on over by the silos. That's good. Good. I'll get over there and see how Bob's doing. So I flew over to Lee Center, just going over to Lee Center Trailer Park right there, lower left-hand corner. I said, simulate an engine failure here. Let's pull the throttle off. We're up here 1,000 feet. I says, God, we ought to be able to make it into this field right here out straight ahead of us. We're going to need a little forward slip. So we're letting her down in there. We're letting her down in there about 1,000 feet a minute with a forward slip. They're standing on the right rudder pedal, left aileron, and you can see the field comes right into view. We'll get her squared up there, and we just fly her along a couple feet off of the ground and wait for the speed to bleed off. And the BushCat just sets right on, just as nice as you can be. Field was a little rough. Glad we had the Alaskan bush wheels on the airplane, and just letting her roll out. Nice long field there. Got 2,800 feet. I knew I had plenty of room, even with the extra speed landing over the trees. It was no problem at all today. And got Liz's house right out there in front of us. Just a minute, we'll see her. She'll be coming up the road there in the smart car. It was timed perfect. I didn't plan it that way, but it just worked out. So we're taxiing back and push the nose ahead a little bit, save the tail wheel. Taxiing pretty good clip there. I'm rolling right along pretty good. You can see the smart car right there, just in the frame. That was pretty neat. Let me taxi her up the road and wave to her. Hey, how you doing? Get her up there by the road, and of course the neighbors come out to see what we were doing. And yep, taxi up. There's Liz getting the mail. Yep, jumping out of the car. Can't see her, but I'm waving to her. All right, we're going to taxi up to the other end of the field here and prepare for takeoff. Well, get a notch flaps on there. Going to head up. Wave to the neighbors there, taxi up to the end here for takeoff. No need to going all the way to the trees. A nice little downhill right here. You just watch this. We'll push the throttle on and push the nose ahead, pick the tail up, and then next thing you know, right there, we're flying. It's just that quick. Get the flaps off, little turn, wave to the folks, head off toward the west. Gonna circle around here. We'll get a little altitude, build the speed up, and we'll take it off the end of that lot, and we'll circle around and show you how big this field is. It's really a nice lot there. You can see it. I mean, it's really. I told you last summer in that video we did last summer that I could land there with the BushCat real easy, but I wanted to let the hay get cut off first, and we never got back over here. But this spring, she's hardened up good, and wanted to give her a little test flight there. So wave to the folks, and we'll give you a little fast forward right back over to Farmer Bob's. We're crossing the canal. A little shot of your attractive pilot there, just sitting there enjoying the ride, letting the BushCat fly itself. Yeah, another look at Farmer Bob's on the way back home. And you can see they got the tractor trailer backing right out into the road there. It's hard to see right there, just over the cowling. Must have took a load of something. Here we go, a little fast forward down to the final approach. And we're coming in toward the south, and we're going to go around the trees, make a right-hand turn. There's the runway. And we're slowed right down nice, and just fly her in over the swamp and the ground effect, and then we'll pull the power off and just let her settle on. Look at that. Getting pretty good at that landing thing. I guess 40 years is all it takes. But in any case, BushCat brought us home safe and sound again. Get her slowed down and spin her around, and little back taxi up past the shores of Lake Elizabeth Ann. And here we are back at the barn, safe and sound. BushCat